Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes and welcome to even bigger nightmares for Rachel Reeves. I reported earlier that because of a court case going on, it's likely that corporation tax is going to fall by about £5 billion this year. Well, figures have just been released and they do not make good reading for Reeves. It's terrible. It's worse. It is disastrous, cataclysmic, abysmal, end of the world figures. The ONS has released the latest public sector finance figures this morning. And it is very, very worrying for the Labour Party in general. And Reeves in particular, she must have people working around her who've got an inkling of what's coming, but apparently not. Self-assessments, the self-assessment tax returns, which have to be paid for by January, have produced a fiscal surplus of 15.4 billion. That's 15.4 billion pounds money coming in. Woohoo! Good for us. Haven't we made a lot of money, they're thinking. It's the highest, in fact, since monthly records began. It's amazing, isn't it? Well done. Well done, Britain. However, and there's always a however with these things, isn't there? The OBR, from previous figures, etc., had forecasts, and the forecast figures were the ones that Rachel Reeves was using in her spending assessment. They'd forecast that it was going to be 20.5 billion. And this was as late as October 24. And so it's a quarter of it has just disappeared and evaporated. £5 billion of money up the Swanee. She spent it based on her spending review, and now it's not there to spend. Self-assessment, taxpayers, God bless them, I'm one, were £3.5 billion lower than the OBR predicted, and the capital gains tax receipts were about 1.5 billion weaker as well, and other borrowing things that went through weakened £5.2 billion less than was expected. What is a girl going to do when she's already committed to spending this money and it ain't coming in? And on top of that, on the same day, she finds out that there's going to likely be another £5 billion off corporation tax that's disappeared as well. To lose one £5 billion expected income is bad enough. You know, that's unfortunate. To lose two £5 billion expected incomes seems like incompetence. As Oscar Wilde didn't say. Darren Jones from the Treasury, how he's working at the Treasury, nobody knows. It says, we will never play fast and loose with the public finances. Well, that's a line of bullshit if ever I've heard one. Handing £11 billion to farmers in Africa so they can do, I don't know, lessons on interpretive dance. He said, but that's why we're going through every pound spent, line by line. Again, more lies. It's little sound bites. That's what they're doing. They're travelling at the speed of soundbite. And it's terrible, isn't it? So unbad. I can't get how awful and incompetent this government is. And particularly that dumb bin, Rachel Reeves. How does she not know? Does she not know the questions to ask? Surely, as an economist, she'd know these things. Unless, of course, she was never an economist. Oh, wait. No wonder this country's falling through the floor. I'm beyond thinking it's incompetent, though. I think it's deliberate. I think they are deliberately destroying this country. Let me know what you think. I mean, nearly 11 billion in a day. They'll be asking African farmers to give their money back, won't they? Thanks very much. Bye.